It is Monday and the racking has arrived. My new piece of racking has arrived, which is going to start the what would you call it? The project to get this back room ready for more growth. So recently fixed up this stuff a couple of weeks ago, probably more like a month ago now. And I've ordered another one solely because I'm too lazy to consolidate. So half of these boxes, like there is room in them. I've just got to sort of consolidate them down. But that takes about an hour to do. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, maybe half an hour to do. So I bought another box. I bought another rack, so I don't have to do that as often. So the plan is, if I bring you with me, is to move. Oh, sorry. Is to move this clothing rail in this little gap where this half rack is now. Get rid of that. That's going to go basically in the bin. And then once that's out the way, this new racking is going to go where that clothing rail was. So that's the plan. That's the job for today. It's already 3:30. It's a Monday. Monday is basically not my chill day. It's not my day off because I still do as much work as I would normally would. But I just take the morning slower. Yeah. I get home from the college at 8:30, obviously. And then I have breakfast. And then I just chill for a couple hours as opposed to just getting on with my day like I would on a normal day. Monday, I usually just take a bit slower. Just because I've got that luxury at the moment. And why not? But yeah, and then I go to the gym, chill out. I can source at the gym, which is a bonus invented. I'm now rambling on, I apologise. But yeah, that's why it's 3:30 and we still need to smash out all this work. So I need to get crack-a-lacking because I don't want to be here till 8 o'clock tonight. So yeah, we're going to build this rack, which I'll probably regret doing because it takes forever. I have bought it a little bit prematurely. So as you can see, this rack in here, sorry for the camera movement, I'm not doing very well. This rack in here, there's 2 rows at the bottom down there that can be filled, which I am aware of. I just get this new racking in now, like I say, so I literally don't have to consolidate. I can just consolidate once a month, once every 6 weeks, and just live a beautiful life and not worry too much about having to come out here and consolidate stock because it is a pain in the arse. Anyone who runs this system knows consolidating is a dreaded task because it takes so long and it is just boring. But yeah, let's get crack-a-lacking. We've also got over 20 orders going out, which I will run through very quickly. I'm not going to stand here and tell you every sale, but it was over £400, over £450, I believe, actually, over since Saturday. So Saturday evening, Sunday, and now Monday, over £450 worth of orders. I'm not going to run through all of it, like I say, all the orders. I'll just run through the best ones maybe. But yeah, let's get going. Let's try and move this bit of clothing rail into this corner. So this was originally my packing area. So it's got all my packing boxes on it. This is where I keep my polymaders. I have got more. They're just out the front. I haven't put them in the box yet. But yeah, I did have another shelf above this one, just here, where I pack my orders. I have my printer and my laptop. But I broke my laptop, so now all my printing's done at home on the family computer, which is a bit annoying because it just is annoying. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. So yeah, and underneath, the reason this is going to be a pain in the ass, there's a lot of mess. This is a bloody microscope I bought from a car boot sale last year, and it's been sat here for a year, and I hate it, and I want to get rid of it, and I'll kick it over the fence because I know I'm not going to bother listing it, even though I spent a tenner on it. Yeah, big mistake buying that one. It's probably worth something, but yeah, I'm just too bone idle to list it. I'm not afraid to admit that. So yeah, that might be a Facebook market job. Just put it on for a £5 or a tenner and just get rid of it. But yeah, let's get clearing out the bottom of this and get this dismantled and out the way. As we can see, this hasn't been moved in a while. Absolute state of it. Got my little bag, have a little tidy up. But yeah, just old receipts and a load of old crap and a GoPro charger. All just absolutely disgusting, thick with dust. Yeah, needed doing anyway. So it's a good thing we're getting on with it now. If you can see the dust build up in this corner, that is absolutely grim. I've literally just realised that. That is thick with dust. Yeah, that is absolutely disgusting. I didn't have to do this. I could have just pleaded ignorance. I can't say that word. I could have just pretended this was never here and just put the racking over it. No one would ever know. But that is not the business I'm trying to run. I'm trying to be a little bit more on top of my mess and try and act a little bit more like an adult, to be honest, because I quite often fall into the trap of just being a child in the way that I just don't do my cleaning. I don't keep on top of things. And it's really bad habits. And yeah, I want to make a change to that in the new year, because I end up looking like this and it's not good. It's just, it gets on, you know, it's not a way to run a business. So this is like a bit different because it's been hiding underneath a shelf, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, this is sums up my business, to be honest. Sometimes it's just a mess. Okay, so our next job is to get this new bit of shelving in down here. Look at this Pixar bag, very cool, very nice. I think it's a Primark special. Got to make sure to take that home, else the missus will be very annoyed asking where her Pixar bag is. She's very particular on keeping bags and recycling, so I best not lose that one. But yeah, let's get on with this shelf. These are a nightmare to put together. Anyone who's ever put together a shelf wishes they didn't. It's an absolute ball ache. Very finicky job. Very frustrating job. I'm very glad that once I get both of these done, I'm not going to have to do it for a very long time. Fingers crossed. And before this whole thing falls and crushes me, if this is like, if anyone watching this and I'm dead, shit, that's kind of morbid. Imagine if this was just recorded my death. Progress is being made. I've got the metal bits in, just got to get this wooden bit in. There we go. It's kind of fit, it's kind of there, it's kind of all done. Yeah, so that's the first one done, pretty much. Happy days, that's that one in. There we go. Perfect. Let's get brooming. Absolute broomers. Try and brush off some of this dust as well, because it's absolutely disgusting. I don't really want to get it on the clothes because it rests against the dust, you know. Oh, it's such a mess back here. What even is that? Oh, it's a bag. It's all back here as well. You know, Frank, what have we been playing at there? Out of sight, out of mind. Crikey. Oh, that can stay with it. 20p though. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Found 20p on the floor. We'll take that one. That will cover me Haribo addiction. Right, so my next struggle is moving this one, this whole rail. And obviously, I'm not strong enough to move this with the clothes on it. There's no wheels on there, so I'm going to have to take all of the clothing off of here, lay it out in the shop, I think, because that's the only room I've got, and then put it all back on. So let's stop talking about it, let's start doing it. Okay, the empty rail is now empty, obviously, like I say. Other than the hangers, are they going to be problematic, or are we going to be able to move them with it on? We'll try our luck. Look at all this as well, like, I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Another pile of clothing under the racking. This is getting silly now. The trouble is it's all well and good, but it's basically like, I don't know how many items there is there, but say there's even 4, that's at least like 20 quid, you know? Minimum. Well, I've spent money, not sell money, but what I've spent on it is likely, this is the trouble with death piles and having stuff sat around. It's all money, right? Fucking hell. Try not to die in the process of doing this. Hopefully this fits in this gap. I haven't even measured it, so I'm just winging it. And pretty spectacularly, that fits quite nicely. There we go, that works. Cool beans. Hopefully, the only thing I'm worried about is that making too much of a shadow for my photo board. But it's the price we pay. So let's get this loaded back up. It is very weird seeing that rail there, but I like it. It fits in well. It doesn't. I was worried about it sort of intruding on the changing room, because behind this curtain is obviously the shop, but the changing room first. And I didn't want it to like be pushing into the changing room and be a little bit like, why is that there? But it fits well. Yeah, works well. It's pushing a tiny bit, but yeah, nothing major. Yeah, it works well, happy with it there. It doesn't seem to be getting in the way of my photo board. Maybe a little bit of shadowing, but there is always shadowing from this side as well, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference, to be honest. Okay, we're making good progress. These shelves, in fact, are so much easier to put up than this black shelf, which I really love the black colour, is so much easier than the silver ones. The silver ones, I got them for the same price, but this was from a cheaper website. I got these actually off of eBay. Other brands are available, but yeah, these I got supposedly cheap from a wholesaler, and they were just crap to put together. They're alright, they do the job, they won't need replacing, but yeah, these from eBay, they've done the job. It only cost me, I think, 28 quid to have it shipped as well, so pretty cheap, doing the job. I really love the black. I wish I got them all in black now. I'm a bit weird like that. The black looks so sick. Anyway, I'm going to smash this out and join you back when it's done. Right, the racking is done. It's looking very beautiful, very proud of it. I am going to have to sort of, not now because I don't need it for a minute, but I am going to sort of Frankenstein the other bit of racking, the silver leftover stuff, just to extend it a little bit, just a little bit higher, so I can get another shelf in. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is, you know, more than enough. This is probably going to be enough shelving in here now to last me a good 6 months, I'd imagine. So won't have to be done immediately, but yeah, that will have to be done at some point, just so I got a little bit of extra shelving as and when I do need it. But yeah, like I say, there is no rush. That is looking pretty sick though. Very happy with that. It's going to be a little bit tight getting through here. But again, we just got to work with what we've got for a minute. It is just a small space, but yeah, I'm not sure. I wanted to put the photo station here, but the only light I've got is here. And there's 2 sets of lights either side of the photo station, so it comes down from both sides. Whereas if I put this photo station here, I'm going to be creating the shadow. Like, as you can see, well, you probably can't see, but there's a lot of shadow on this wall. You can, where the racking is, there's shadowing on that wall. That's because the light-ins are this side. So if I was to do that, which I could do, I'd have to buy some actual proper lighting, which I'm trying to do low cost, no cost at the minute. Yeah, try not to spend too much money, to be honest. So hopefully it doesn't look too bad. If we get one of these out and put it on there, it'll give us an idea. Yeah, it's going to be tight. I'm not sure. It's very tight getting through there. Let me take you off the stand so I can show you a minute. But yeah, as you can see, getting through this gap is pretty tight. Yeah, you're going to have to go through sideways. So I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm not sure. These boxes here, they have got a decent amount of stock in. But to be honest, I can't really get rid of those, because if I buy a big jacket, well, I suppose jacket's gone there, but if I buy a big pair of boots, like Wellington boots, I can't put them in a box system, so I have to have something else just in case. Like at the car boots, I pick up some wellies because I did last year and did well with them, so I don't want to forego that. When I see them, I want to be able to pick them up. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out, but this is a little bit tight for a minute. I'm not sure what to do there. Yeah, but as you can see, there's lots of shadow in, so if I'm on whole fingers, I'm doing a bloody right. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of shadowing going on here, so if I'm trying to photograph, it's not going to really work, because as you can see, the lighting's up there and then the other lighting is back there, so that's why it works here, because the lighting's coming from the sides, but here it's going to get in the way, so I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, I don't know, I'm going to have to figure it out, but for a minute it will do. Like I say, we're not going to have anything on that racking for a little while anyway, so it'll give me some time to get it figured out. So yeah, now the fun part's done, I need to get on with the even funner part, which is the actual eBay day. It's currently about 4:30, might be even later than that, and I need to actually get on with the listings and the shipping for the day. So I'm going to do the listings and then join you back for the postage and shipping posting and shipping portion. I'll go through the orders. Yeah, some good orders going out, so I'll see you then. So it's been about an hour since I've been chatting to you lovely people, and I'm bright red, because I don't know why I'm bright red, but I've done the let's have a little think what I'm going to say and then I'll say it. I've done the listings, the photos and the listings are all done. 12 have gone up on the store, a little bit late in the day than I would have liked, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's currently, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. I've just picked all my orders. Let me flip the camera around and show you what is going out. Right, well, it's all bagged up, but you can't see. But that is the order pile. What a beautiful sight. I believe that's 19 orders there. It might even be 20. You can have a count if you don't believe me. As for what is actually sold, I can't remember off the top of my head. If there's anything semi-decent, I'll pop it up on screen. If not, it's all bread and butter. But yeah, I've just got this beautiful jacket in. I'll show you, off of Vinted. It is a Timberland Pro Series. Can't really see it on the camera. Chore jacket. It's absolutely a banger. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Pretty nice. Sells for about 40 quid. I think I paid around 10 or 12 for it on Vinted. So that's a nice little flip for the day when it does sell, just got listed. So very heavy, like canvasy, proper workwear. It's got like the double elbows on it, as you can see there. Pretty decent. So look out for your Timberland Pro Series. It's the first one I've ever bought. Took my chances on it and it's paid off pretty nicely. Hopefully, anyway, it's got to sell first. But yeah, we've already managed to fill the shelf with a load of crap. But that was inevitable. I need somewhere to put some stuff, so that's where it's going for a minute. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with today's work, considering it was meant to be just like a chill day. Mondays always are for me, just to go to the gym, chill out, have a slow start, and then rush at the back end of the day, realising I haven't given myself enough time. I do it every Monday, without fail. I just chill out in the mornings and then go, shit, I haven't got enough time to do everything. So run around like a maniac, but yeah, I'll learn one day. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? So I've talked about it before on the channel that I'm in the Tech and Sports reselling group. Yeah, absolutely worth it. £30 a month, worth every penny. But that's not what I'm here. I'm not promoting it. Don't get any commission. Just to put that bluntly out there first. But I was in the Thursday call, which is the UK sellers call, but I wasn't in there. I watched the replay because I work on a Sunday at the Tesco's job. But I always catch the replay, and there's a guy called Arwen in the group. He is Spanish, I believe. Can't remember now, but he lives in England and runs an eBay store out of England. And he goes over to see Tech and Sports, who's an American guy, and he should learn from him basically, because Tech is the guy that everyone looks up to in the reselling community as sort of being the GOAT, the best at it. And he went over there to learn from him, sort of have him as a one-on-one mentor for a couple of weeks, I believe it was. He's been before, he went back again, and he talked in the group about sort of what he learned and what he took away from the trip, and it was really insightful. Obviously, I'm not going to share everything he said, because that's why you pay for the group, right, is to get that access to that. But it's really interesting to have him talk, because I think there's a stigma in the UK about sourcing and how tricky it is to get stock in. And he actually come back and said on the group, and it got a lot of people fired up in the group. It's cracking cool. Worth joining the group just to watch this call. A lot of people, you could tell, were a little bit seething with him, but he said in England it's easier for us to source stuff than it is for the Americans. Now obviously people were fuming at, well, not fuming at him, but we're just calling his bluff, right, trying to poke and prod and see what he actually meant by that, because it's quite often given that the UK has it quite hard. Like, we don't have the charity shops over there, the thrift stores over there are massive, right? We don't really have anything like that. They have things like the bins, which is something where if it doesn't sell in the thrift stores, it goes to the bins and you get it for like 50p an item. We don't really have that in here. We have like rag houses, but getting access to a decent one is like near impossible. And the car boot sales over there, the flea markets they call them, are much vaster, much bigger, proper vendors, proper professionals doing it. And basically it's pretty much known that they seemingly have it easier. We all believe that the US resellers have it easier because of those things. They're seemingly more abundant out there, have more availability to stock. And he basically was saying that that's just not true. That's just strictly not true. His argument was the thrift stores are bigger, but they're further apart. So you might have to drive in between each one, whereas we just drive to a town. There's 7 or 8 in the town. We hit them all within an hour. We drive to the next town, which is 10 minutes away. 7 or 8 more, hit them all. Drive 10 minutes more, 7 or 8, hit them all. Whereas they've got to drive to one, do the whole store, and then drive to another one, which is 10 minutes. Then do the whole store, then drive to another one. He said that it's the miles you have to put in. It's much easier in England to hit more in a day and cover more ground. That was his argument for the thrift stores, and he said the vendors at the flea markets weren't that useful. He said they're all professionals, which means they know what they're talking about, which means their prices are higher. So it's really interesting. And obviously we have things like Vinted as well, that they don't have that opportunity over there. So it was really interesting to hear his perspective, and it kind of motivated me a little bit, I can't lie, because I think every reseller gets a bit sick of it. They start thinking, if I was in the big argument is if people say, if I was in the US, I'll be smashing it. I'll be sourcing all these items. It'd be great. It'll be easy. I'll be finding Carhartts and Levi's and everything. We'll be just going flying single stitch, everything. It's not true. Apparently, I don't know. I can't speak firsthand, but Arwen was saying, and I trust his judgment. It's not much different. People just aren't willing to do the miles in England. Seemingly, there's a bit more of a barrier in England than people want to admit. In terms of mentality, maybe, I don't know what it is, but he said, yeah, it's just a different ball game out there. And he said we have it easier than them, which I thought was just a really interesting take, because it's the complete opposite of what you hear, right? Everyone just slags England off, UK off for being bad for sourcing, but it's interesting. Food for thought. It's the bit everyone struggles with is the sourcing, but I don't know. What do you think? Is he full of shit? Put it in the comments. What do you think? When he said it in the call, like I say, everybody was a bit taken back. Everyone was a bit like, don't know about that one, mate. But yeah, he's not someone who messes around, and like, he flew to America, right? He's about this life. Like, he's about it. If anyone's gonna tell you the truth and say it straight, it's the guy who's literally taken the time to fly to America, the other side of the world, to learn this trade. Like, he's not gonna just come back and start lying about things. He's actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He was adamant that we had it easier, but interesting. Very interesting. It kind of goes to show that the grass isn't always greener, I guess. I don't know what I'm getting at with this, but it was just an interesting take that I thought I'd share with everyone and just put that to bed, maybe. I don't know. People slag England off for bad sourcing, and it is hard to get stock, but yeah, if you're about it, you're about it. If you want to find the stock, you'll find the stock. If you're willing to put the hours in, you'll put the hours in. That's basically what he was saying. So it's interesting. Next time you go to complain about not finding stock, just give that some thought and just think, am I working hard enough for the stock? Because personally, I know that I don't work hard enough for my stock. I could work much harder to get better stock in than I do. But yeah, it is what you know, you got to work with what you got. And at the minute, Vintage is my only option really for sourcing that's practical, other than the car boots when they do come back. But yeah, it's interesting. In the car boot season, like I've talked about it a couple of videos ago, I will be spamming more car boots. I will be taking full advantage of that, putting the miles in on the van, getting boots on the ground, getting the videos up for you guys and making it happen. And not squandering this opportunity of reselling, because I do truly believe that this is kind of our last stretch of reselling now. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but with all the things changing in the world, I don't know. I don't really know. There's a lot. I don't have any evidence to back this out, but I just have a feeling that this isn't going to last forever. So I'm really trying to make the most out of it, trying to do what I can, make it happen now, because it's such a good opportunity. And yeah, we just got to try and make something happen here. So let me know what you think about the take that I was on about with the American versus England. Very interesting. Yeah, join the group as well. If you're not in the group, join the group, look at that call and tell me what you think. It was a good call, really worth it. I would say if you're not in the group and you are a seller of any kind, you should be in the group, because it's only £30 a month. It is tax deductible because it is a business expense, and it's cracking. It's really cracking in there. And yeah, I don't know why I'm plugging it so hard. I don't get a commission, but yeah, it's just done so much for my business that I owe it a plug. So yeah, that is me done for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. It was just me quickly going over changes in the back of the shop. I'm pretty proud of it. The shelving looks nice, and so does the rail. So thanks for watching. I am going to end the video. Thanks for watching. If you did appreciate, why would you appreciate it? If you did enjoy this video, I don't know, if you found it interesting, if it kept you company whilst you're eating dinner or having a shit, like the video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.